Imagine pouring your heart into a dream business with your sister, only for her to gaslight you into thinking it never happened. Then, on a rare family day, she leaves you starving and sidelined literally, but when I finally snapped and pulled the plug, she blocked me first. Stick around because this revenge wasn't sweet. It was necessary. Hey, everyone, welcome back to Reddit Revenge. Stories where we dive into those real-life tales of betrayal turned into beautiful karma. If you've ever felt stabbed in the back by family and dreamed of that moment when justice finally bites back, you're in the right place. Hit that like button if you're ready for some emotional payback. Subscribe for more stories that hit hard, and let's get into it. Picture this. I'm the kind of person who keeps to myself, socially awkward, no big circle of friends to lean on. My husband, he's my rock, but sometimes you just need more than one person to vent to, you know? That's where my family came in, or so I thought. My mom and sister. Our history is a tangled mess of half-truths and exclusions that left me feeling like the outsider in my own bloodline. It started small, those little digs over the years. A family gathering where plans change last minute, and somehow I'm the last to know. Whispers behind my back that twist into lies, but I always brushed it off, telling myself, family's family, they'll come around. Then came the business idea. My sister approached me, eyes sparkling with excitement. Let's do this together, she said. A real partnership. She'd already bought inventory, sunk money into it. I jumped and built the entire website from scratch, poured hours into designs, even covered some expenses. Out of pocket, we talked strategy late into the nights, dreaming big. It felt like we were finally connecting like sisters should, but then doubt crept in. I sent her a simple partnership agreement just to make it official, to protect what I'd built so I wouldn't get shoved aside. Her response? A cold flip. I never wanted to do this business at all. She claimed what? We'd both invested time, money, her words echoing in my head like a bad echo. She even told others the same lie, painting me as the delusional one who'd imagined the whole thing. My stomach twisted as I stared at my screen. The website I crafted glowing mockingly. Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, rewriting your reality until you question your own memory. Fast forward to that fateful family day. Our cousins were in town, one from a war-torn country, visiting only once a year. This was rare, precious time. We planned to meet at the museum, a place buzzing with history and art, the kind of spot where families bond over shared wonder. I arrived early with my husband and our baby, the stroller. Wheels clicking against the polished floors. The air smelled of old paper and faint coffee from the cafe nearby. Excitement bubbled in my chest. Maybe today would mend things, but my sister? An hour and a half late, no call to me, no text. She rang the cousins, sure, but me. Radio silence. Later, she mumbled something about posting in our Facebook group and accidentally deleting it. Yeah, right. My palms grew sweaty as we waited at the first exhibit, statues looming like silent judges. Hunger gnawed at my empty stomach. We'd skipped lunch, holding out for everyone to arrive. Finally, she shows up with Mom. Smiles and apologies that felt paper thin. False hope flickered. Okay, we're here now. Let's make the best of it. They linked arms with the cousins and vanished into a show without a word to us. We wandered the halls, echoes of laughter from distant groups mocking our isolation. Peeking into the theater there, they were seated cozy, no empty spots left. The dim lights cast long shadows on their faces. My sister's profile sharp and unapologetic. An hour ticked by the clock hands, dragging like weights. It was nearly 3 p.m. and my stomach growled. Audibly, the baby's fussing growing louder in the quiet space. I dialed her voice steady despite the knot in my throat. Should we wait to eat or go ahead? Her reply was casual, dismissive, just get food. So we did, grabbing quick bites in the cafe, the clatter of trays, a brief distraction. But then the cousins called, voices tinged with disappointment. You didn't wait? My heart sank. Another miscommunication. Another exclusion. We packed up frantically, food half eaten, but when I called mom and sis, oh, we just sat down to eat ourselves. The museum was closing soon, the announcements crackling over the speakers like a countdown. We had a long drive. Home, my husband needed to work that night. We're juggling 2 houses' bills stacking like dominoes. No choice but to leave the city's traffic honking around us as regret settled heavy in my chest. The drive, a cousin called again. Come back. For goodbyes and photos. We were already navigating the chaos big city, parking a nightmare baby finally settled in the stroller. We just folded away. I apologized over the phone, words catching in my throat, but it wasn't enough. No in person. Farewell. That night, exhaustion mixed with a simmering frustration like steam building in a sealed pot the next day. Salt in the wound. Sister makes plans with the cousins again, without me. Lies about telling me in the group chat. Her message. To them clear as day, she didn't want me there. I scrolled through the chat on my phone screen, blurring with unshed tears. Powerlessness washed over me, that familiar sting of being the disposable one. For a split second, I thought about reaching out, smoothing it over, but then she doubled down, her hypocrisy glaring. Arrogant in her manipulation, always the victim in her rewritten stories. Something snapped inside me, a crack echoing through my mind like breaking glass. All those years of being lied to, manipulated, left out, it boiled over, my fingers trembled as I typed that angry message to mom and sis, words pouring out like a dam, burst the betrayals, the business. Gaslighting, the museum snub that left us hungry and humiliated. How could you treat me like this? I hit send, heart pounding in my ears, the room spinning slightly from the adrenaline, but I wasn't done. That business page I built, the one symbolizing our partnership, it stared back at me from my laptop. A digital monument to her lies. Doubt flickered. Should I really do this? What if it makes things worse? My mind raced. She'd already cut me out, rewritten our history. This was my way to reclaim what was mine. Fear gripped me. What if she turns the family against me for good? But determination won. No more being the pushover. I hovered over the deactivate button, breath shallow, the cursor blinking like a heartbeat. This wasn't just petty. It was justice protecting my work from her hypocrisy. With a deep breath, I clicked. The page vanished, poof, gone into the digital ether. Her response, swift and telling, she blocked me everywhere, cutting the final thread. No confrontation, no apology, just silence. But in that moment, as the notification popped up, a wave of relief crashed over me. Triumph mixed with the sting. She'd blocked me for sure, but I'd taken back control. Her arrogant facade cracked. I could imagine her face paling, fingers flying in. Frustration as she realized her business facade was dismantled. No more using my work, no more pretending. It wasn't explosive, but it was raw, her disbelief turning to humiliation as the truth of her. Manipulations hung exposed, the hurt lingered. But so did the power I'd finally stood up in. The end, this wasn't about destroying her, it was about reclaiming my voice. Karma isn't always fireworks. Sometimes it's the quiet click of a door closing on toxicity if you've lost a support system. That was never real, no. This justice starts with you taking the first step, Wu. If that story fired you up or gave you those revenge chills, smash that like button and drop in the comments. What's the pettiest family betrayal you've turned into karma? Subscribe for more Reddit tailies that deliver the ultimate satisfaction. Hit the bell so you never miss one. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the best revenge is living free. See you next time.